yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. Yeah, I pissed on my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound, I got it. Don't pound to surround me, I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war, you got to love it like blah. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready. 70 Andrew. 55.
Man, I got you.
Take the edge. Come.
On first down, it's Taylor. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry for James Conner, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch the run.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. To return is Taylor. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, Samuels. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Hey, Orbit.
Line 36. Line 36.
Go.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, Alpha.
He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Jackson, option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Go out.
Safety's creeping.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Here we go. That's
Ready?
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Five. Deep rim.
They're going to look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hey, check. 3 down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hey, Echo.
Watch 36 to Mike. Silver.
Hey, lock it. Tight go. Let's go.
Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's going to air one out. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taylor now returning it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's make these babies cry.
Jackson, option right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Ravens
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Taylor, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Jackson looking to throw on third. A short throw caught by Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jackson and the offense come up first and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check three, check three, check three.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Jackson will throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Jackson and the offense come up first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Cut. He's coming. Double up.
To throw again, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Check 13.
Mike's 40.
Hey, Sam off.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go to the ground again with Taylor. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go, here we go. Mike 40, check, he's coming. Hey, wahoo. Watch the sled. 40's Mike. And let's pin it up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Hey, Charlie. All day, every day. Look at me. Go on, hit it.
Looking to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 14. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 3-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Jackson will keep it, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Ravens 21, Steelers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. 5.
On first down, it's Samuels. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Go, 94. Hey, Haywood.
A gain of 2.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
36, General West. Get it.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
60 outlaw.
He's brought down at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the
weapon.
2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7.
42-yard line.
Snap.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Johnson's got it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Steelers.
36 to Mike. Bring it.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
36. Line 36. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Team 6. Team 6.
2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Squeeze. Bravo.
36.
Hey.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch 36.
They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Ravens on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The give to Taylor. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, now a loose football. The ball comes out. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Mike 50, Mike 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.